Cosmic, 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 cosmic.
Hello and welcome FOS family. We are here with the playoff matchup between the Ugly Barnacles and Poseidon Gaming. This is our Mythic League quarterfinals and I'm so excited to be joined here. I'll actually let him introduce himself. How you doing today, man?
Hello, it's me, Ansai. You thought RLS was out of the playoffs, but we're still here. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting because, PUG, while they are 4th seed, to top being 1st seed, they're definitely no slouches, and they've shown some really, really strong games going into playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. These teams are extremely close. They're all friends. They know each other personally. I believe everyone except Crow is part of their initial friend group. So this is going to be a really, really close matchup. I cannot wait to see who is going to end up taking it. But for the moment, we are getting straight into the bans with Kane and Ezreal being taken away by the side of POG, and then Cassidy, Anivia, and Lulu being taken away from the side of Tub.
These are some interesting bans because I expected to see a little bit more meta in terms of banning. But these are very obviously like player-specific target banning.
Yeah, absolutely. Gunsey is the Cassidy and Nivea guy. He's been playing that for a long time. Ezreal's probably the best AD carry available. I assume that's why it's banned. And then Kane being taken away is interesting because I believe Bobrovsky is someone who plays a lot of Kane. And so
yeah,
is
but Ryer is also like a huge Kane player. Like they, from what I understand, they have like 30 more games on Kane than they do on any other jungler right now. And the Rumble takeaway, I was just about to mention that because Gunsey, while they do play the Cassidy and the Anivia, Rumble is very strong right now and can be flex, and Gunsey has a really mean Rumble. So I was expecting to see Rumble be banned, but the fact that they left it open because they're blue side makes it really strong here. So it's a question as to whether or not Ryer's going to play the Rumble or if Ostrich is going to play it into Gunsey. What do you think about New Shinzo?
At least to me, he's definitely as coin flippy as he always was. His level 3 ganks are extremely powerful, so that's always something to be worried about. But he doesn't clear as fast as some other junglers unless he gets ahead. But I believe the tank option is what people have really been indexing into later on. He can run down an immobile AD carry that's not going to be available, just not now being taken. So, but I do know that Xin Chao is very good with Karma, which is a specific combination that they've chosen to go for.
That's true. I mean, there's also the option of the Shinzo top. Rengar! Okay. So that's kind of spicy. I seriously doubt it's going to be Rengar top. So we're probably going to get the Rengar jungle. Rumble still technically can flex. Tristana still technically can flex. But I don't know what Pog's going to do in order to counteract this. Because, like, Tub already got 2 very strong picks on this patch. Pog responded with 2 picks that are good, but not necessarily like the top of the top. Oh, so we're just gonna pick Samira right now, right here? Okay.
Yeah, that's a Crow special. He's been playing Samira for a long time. He's basically, since the champion came out, it's been one of his favorite ADs, so I'm not surprised for her to come out here. But given the draft that's been selected, I'm surprised Samira would have been the choice, unless they're really trying to index into heavy dive, which I expect the mid and jungler, and the mid and top laner that they do pick should fall in that direction. And they also probably know that Rengar is most likely going to be going into that jungle because it's not really a Rare champ. Rengar is the Rare champion and Rumble wasn't. So now they just need to worry about whether that Rumble is going into the mid or top side.
It's an interesting takeaway there because, like, they take the Samira and they want to go dive, and they ban Nautilus away, and we're considering banning away the Leona, so they're getting rid of some of their own engage options. Because Red Side should still be the next pick here. So it's interesting that they're getting rid of some of the stronger engage supports for Samira.
Yeah, I would hope that they would choose to go with some form of lockdown support and not send this Karma into the bot lane. Karma does have the tether, which will apply the passive, but banning out the 2 premier tank supports from your Poseidon side, preventing that all-in engage is really going to be an interesting choice. The Q from Samira is a decent range, so you can poke in that manner, but usually Samira wants to all-in, so they're probably going to look for more of a later game Samira pick where she's more of a team fighter instead of going for that early all-in.
That's true. Or they could be taking away these picks here and then opt into Alistar right here. But that still leaves Thresh open, so I don't really know. Diana ban, huh?
Yeah, well, I guess they're assuming that the Zinchao would have been going into a solo lane, and maybe Diana would come out as a jungle flex pick. But Rossi does play it. He does have
there's the Alistar.
And there's the Alistar, so that's something we wanted to see, and you know. Barowasi being on the roster, he has the highest KDA of any jungler that's playing right now, and probably one of the highest KDAs in the league. So having him be off of a champion that has early priority would have been nice, but it looks like they're going to keep him on that Zinchao for the moment.
And the fact that they're banning away the Diana tells us that, you know, they are very aware that Crit Addict may or may not be willing to play that Shin's out top. That Karma still could absolutely flex into mid, or we could see a Karma top, you know? The Galio pickup here, interesting, because, like, you know, if Karma's going to be mid, Galio's fairly solid into that, but Karma still is able to flex. So this draft is honestly a lot nicer than the regular season drafts that we've been seeing, because, like, this is much more ambiguous than the just, hey, I'm just going to pick this thing, I'm going to run it down style that we've seen during the regular season.
Absolutely, and with Lamar the Lizard, I'm pretty sure this Galio will be going into the bot lane, but they actually might choose to go for more of a poke option to get the lane in a good place. Tristana Zyra doesn't have any innate synergy other than how much damage they put out, but it looks like they're going to choose to set, so that's going to put the Galio into the mid and set as the support, or they can still flex it depending on what the last pick is. So I think Tub drafted very intelligently. They have multiple flex lanes. You basically don't know where anyone's going, and that is one of the biggest advantages you can have on the blue side, even though red side will have that counter pick.
All right, so POG right here, they're looking to take the Victor. Now I don't think that Victor's necessarily a inherently bad pick. I just don't really know if it does much here. Because, you know, Galio wants to make stuff happen around the map. Sylas, okay, I like this. Because, you know, there's so many really good ultis that you can take. Like, you can take the Rumble ulti, you can take the Set ulti, the Galio ulti. And the Sylas pick's honestly really strong here. If it's into the Galio, probably the best pick for Sylas. But yeah, this is shaping up to be a really interesting game.
Absolutely, and Sylas is the much more aggressive option at being taken into the Galio. You basically have a free lane other than the gank setup from the Galio, so this is giving Gunsey the ball is going to be in his court. He's been one of the best performing players in the league so far, and it's going to be on him to really make this Sylas work. But I believe the game is ready, and we are about to get set into the Mythic League. I cannot wait to see who's going to take it. This is game 1 between POG and the Ugly Barnacles.
All right, so it is going to be the Rengar jungle. We're going to be seeing the Rumble top. Wonton, very solid Rumble player, so no surprises there. You know, we got a Conqueror on the Shinzo. Nothing out of the ordinary so far.
Well, Rumble has chosen to go the Comet route to get a little bit more poke into the Karma lane. Sometimes you see Rumble take that Conqueror to get the healing from his ultimate and his Q Flame Spitter, but in a lane where he's expected to be bullied and with Crit Addict having the range advantage, this is something that can give him some lane priority if Crit does not do a good job of dodging those harpoons. So I like what I see so far, especially with the different flavor picks that we don't typically see, with Rengar having showed up, who has a decent combination with the Galio ultimate going over top of a Rengar.
Yeah, and one interesting thing from Fat Ectomorph here is that we're seeing the Aftershock over the Phase Rush. And, like, Phase Rush Alistar and Aftershock Alistar is definitely going to depend from game to game. It just means that we're probably not going to be seeing Ali going in as often for multiple trades, so we're just going to be seeing like one really big all in here. All right, so Crow's just going to drag the wave. So they're going to be hitting level 2 first. Hopefully they deny that experience from Crumpy. The wave didn't quite go as anticipated.
Yeah, there's basically no way to get an early freeze against the Tristana. Her passive will automatically push faster than what the Samira can offer generally. And as this is a pretty weird trade for the side of Gunsy, getting that extra passive auto taken out of him. But he does have the pot, so he will be able to sustain through that. But yeah, I think this bot lane is going to be really, really big for how this game is going to go. Crumpy and Crow have been really amazing performers, and having them have that option of being aggressive with the champions that have been picked is really good for them.
Alright, so early level 2 here. They're just going to concede the wave, though. Nothing too crazy so far. But yeah, you know, everyone's just going to be farming up right now. There's nothing particularly unconventional. Rengar is outpacing the Shinzao by quite a heavy amount.
Yeah, he's about a camp ahead, and this is pretty expected based on this matchup. I assume that he's going to be able to get that Scuttle Crab, though, and it looks like he's actually looking to dodge a ward. Very smart by Bobrovsky. He dodged the ward on the Wraith camp so he wouldn't be seen, so he just went straight to the red, so they don't even know he's on this side of the map yet. Really, really intelligent for the side of him, and they both should be clearing 4 camp basically around the same time, given the Rengar is going to have a little bit of a speed advantage.
Alright, so we're just going to... Oh, good dodge from Gunsy.
Yeah, I guess the E-dodge on the Silas, and it looks like both these mid laners are training very heavily as the first game's going to come through, and that is going to be the stun landing. Rumble has nowhere to go, and he's going to get knocked up. Is he going to be able to walk this out? Bravosky getting the autos down and the red buff, and that's going to be first blood picked up from the side of Bravosky. First gank of the game, automatically successful.
Yeah, and just like that, you know, we were talking about it earlier, Shinzao's level 3 ganks, incredibly strong. And as such a coin flippy jungler, it's so good.
Oh, they may not be done yet. They're gonna both get taunted up by this Galio, but that's gonna be a lot of damage onto Gunsy. He's just gonna get one shot by the Lazy Archeress as Bravosky's gonna have to flash out. He's gonna get flashed on by the Rengar and feed a double kill in a matchup where he was already behind in CS, so that's really, really big. And now we have all in on the side of bot side. Crow is going to get those damages out from Lamar. Lamar's gonna have to walk this out. They're waiting for the Pulverize to be coming up available. It will be up in just a moment as that's gonna force the flash out as he's gonna get stunned into the tower and take some tower damage back. There's a teleport coming in from the Rumble, so now he is alive, and now they're going to be chasing. This is the Galio, so the Crow's going to flash away from the taunt, and that's going to be the all-in. Crumpy is just going to drop from a really well executed. This is going to be a 2v3 as Lamar's taking a bunch of damage, and he does not have enough to survive through this as he's just going to die and feed a double kill. Very well played from the side of the bot lane of POG.
Oh my god, like literally everyone coming in bot lane. Crit's going to lose quite a large wave to the tower, but you know, Silas is just gonna push in mid, so it should be fine over there. And let's see how exactly all of this came around.
Yeah, let's go over exactly what you see here. Break it down for me, man. Let's see what exactly.
All right, so
happened.
right now, you know, we're getting an engage from the bot lane. Didn't exactly go as planned. Crow just gonna go in, punish Crumpy for overextending, and they need to leave. They need to get out. Like, Rumble doesn't have TP. Galio could TP in here, but they need to understand that they have so little damage in comparison to these two, because they're not the ones doing the aggressing. Alright, so Galio comes in here. Crow with a phenomenal flash. And just like that, Crumpy gets punished so hard. Crow's gonna take another kill here. And it is so good for POG right here.
Yeah, absolutely. That headbutt Pulverize came up just in the nick of time, and it is a double knockup due to Samira's passive, so that's a bunch of CC that comes down instantly, and Crumpy did not have the reaction time to make it through. As now they're going to get this push of the wave in. This is going to put Crumpy in a pretty bad spot, as now they're going to have Crumpy catch this mid-wave to even stay in parity of CS, and we're going to probably lose the majority of this wave to the Galio.
And, you know, Crit Attic is going to be set behind by quite a bit. But it's still Karma. Karma doesn't necessarily need too much in terms of gold to be relevant, because she's eventually going to end up being support for her team. As long as she has the R button and the E button, she's going to be fine. Being behind the Rumble is perfectly acceptable as long as she's not getting dove.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Rumble has to play very safe here now that his flash has been taken away. It'll be quite a while before he'll have that available. And he against the Zen shot, you got to expect the gank will be coming in soon. But it looks like they are going to be
Oh,
looking for the slow onto Lamar. He is going to get knocked up twice by both the passive and it's good CC layering from the side of POG as they just take down Lamar the Lizard without him even having a chance to use his W. And
oh,
that's going to
good
force the
flash.
flash out of the Galio also. So a big win for POG as they're going to secure this dragon and take another kill on the spot side.
Yeah, we're almost 6 minutes in. Tubbs bot lane has died 3 times. This is not looking great for Tubb here.
Absolutely, and Bobrovsky has to be very, very happy. The catch-up XP from getting this Dragon kill will probably bring him to level 5 in a situation where he was at risk of being 2-leveled by this Rengar. So, them getting this secure over, making sure Crow goes over there so he can get a stack of his Alacrity or Coup de Guard or Bloodline, depending on whatever passive one he has, he picks up a stack. So, really, really smart on the side of them, and that is going to put Bobrovsky close to level 5. He's about 1 camp away.
Okay, see. All right, it's just gonna have a nice trade. No, nothing too crazy out here. Not much mana on this Silas, so probably just gonna push out. Look to back. Oh, but
Yeah.
he's sitting in the river.
He is in fact sitting in the river, and now he is moving in, but he has very little mana, and there's going to be a Rengar on his side pocket, so he needs to be aware of the lazy Archers hitting his CC, as now the Rumble R has gone through.
Oh.
Wonton's going in, Crit Addict is in trouble. The R from the Rengar has come out, and that's going to be a 3rd kill picked up by Rar. Really well done, as they found Crit Addict out of position with no flash available.
Yeah, and just like that, Rengar hasn't necessarily been like super far ahead, but those stacks are coming in handy, and this is going to get more and more scary as the game goes on. We've seen Ryer play this Rengar before, and last time we saw it did so much work. That's 9% bonus attack damage 7 minutes into the game. That's not only going to speed up his clear, it's also going to make him so much more deadly every time that they do all in, and we'll see whether or not Ryer's going to run away with this game.
Yeah, he's in the position to do so, having 3 stacks already. The only ones who he hasn't killed is his bot side, so that's probably where he'll be looking to go soon. But there is a gank set up on Gunsy. He's going to need to be concerned with this taunt being able to land, as they're just going to walk in for this wave shove and not get any more damage down onto Gunsy.
Yeah, and Gunsy, playing it calm and collected, just going to back away, take the Galio ult, so that way, if he backs, he should be able to come back down and keep them from actually all-inning. But yeah, bot lane's just gonna take some trades here and there. Crow really wants to go in here, though.
Yeah, getting some autos traded onto Crumpy. They've been playing this bot lane really aggressively. And Liv, you look at the disadvantage that's been opened up in this top side with it looks like Crit Addict having died, losing a wave, and missing a little bit of CS has given this Rumble a position where he's back into the game even after giving this first blood up. So I know Wonton's pretty happy about where he is now based on how the early game started.
Yeah, either way, Crit Addict just going to continue to farm up despite being behind. Like we said, Karma, very solid champion regardless of how far ahead or behind she is. So she should be doing just fine here. Ryer's just going to continue to farm up. That's 70 CS in the jungle, like 9 minutes in. That's like almost a 20 CS lead over Bobrovsky. And this Rengar is getting more and more terrifying.
Yeah, he is going to be the highest level into the game soon. He has more CS than his mid laner and his top laner, so very good clip he's on. And especially with this setup from the top side with that Ectomorph looking for this roam here, they're going to need to shut this Rengar down if they're going to have any hope of preventing him from just one-shotting Crow in the mid game.
Yeah, and with the Prio in top side and the Prio in mid, they should be able to get a Rift Herald here. Or they could just set up a dive here. Fact Ectomorph is not level 6 yet, though. And Wonton's just going to clear out the wave.
Yeah, that's going to be Wonton laying down that R. That's going to get the wave killed. And now that's a lot of damage being taken as they're both going to be flashing out, knocked up by the Lady Ostra. But Gunstreet is taking a bunch of damage from Rengar. Rengar has flashed in and destroyed 2 people.
Oh, no!
He's in trouble. This is going to be a triple kill from the side of the Rengar. Lazy Ostrich picks up 2. Ryer has picked up 1. Really well done from the side of Tubb, countering the POG's play.
All right, so right here, Wonton knows that Fact Ectomorph wants to make something happen. So he's in the top side, but crucially, Alistar's not level 6 yet. And when you're not level 6, You can't really do the same kind of like ballsy tower dive that Alistar always wants to do. So Wonton decides, all right, hey, someone come up here. I'm just gonna try to clear out the wave, try to live as long as I can, and he does a decent job of dodging as much as he can. And Ostra's gonna come in with the Galio ulti, and Ryer is so strong right now. There's just so much damage, and like, you know, the shutdown going on to Galio is really crucial here. Ectomorph getting away means that Ryer doesn't get an extra stack, so at least there's that going for them. But this Rengar's 4-0. That's a Gore Drinker sub 10 minutes.
Yeah, he is 2 levels up on Borowski in this matchup. As soon as that, as he made it there, that play was doomed from the instant. And now he's gonna be able to pick up this crab, probably get this Rift Herald also, and he's just gonna be on an even bigger clip. As here's an all-in from Crumpy. He's not gonna have win this, but the Crow picking up in a solo kill from the POG's AD carry. Let's see how this happened.
Crumpy just overestimating his damage there. So Crow just gonna jump in, waits out the wind wall. But the first jump was good. The second jump, you already know you're not winning that. Crow has so many stacks up. That ulti just comes out, and Inferno Trigger just takes Crumpy out of the game. And that's 0-4 bot lane. This is not looking good for Tub. But that's 4 kills on the Rengar. So at the same time, it's evening out. It is a big question, honestly. Can Ryer go bot lane and kill those 2? If that's the case, then Tub are still in this game.
Absolutely. He's not building heavily for the one-shot, and Crumpy had been so consistent throughout the lead, so it was very uncharacteristic to see him be outplayed in this manner. The shield bow has already come through for the side of Crow, as he has been the big carry so far. And in that matchup, after the Blade Whirl is used, Crumpy has thought he had enough damage to take it, but there's just so much extra damage and healing that comes out from the side of Crow. When you're in a matchup that has Conqueror, you need to be concerned about that. And it looks like they're setting up for the second dragon, and this could be pivotal. This could be pivotal if they manage to make it in time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Tub can actually really contest this. I think they're just going to give it up. And, you know, Infernal Soul or Mountain Soul, hopefully it's going to be an Infernal Soul, because that way we can see some kind of spicy damage. We're going to be seeing the Mountain. Now, because of that, Infernal is good for Samira, right? Mountain, not bad. The thing is, Samira against Mountain is that's something that she wants so little, because she's so much of an early to mid game AD carry. Like late game Samira is not going to do as much damage.
Well, here's going to be the flash. Lamar is going to get that ultimate back, and now Ryer is in there. Crow has flashed away. The teleport is coming down, and they are going to drop Crow.
Number 4?
Giving a shutdown from Ryer. That is stack number 4. If Ecto dies, that's going to be all 5 stacks for this Rengar. The flash away and the ultimate is there, and that is a 5-man stack from the side of Tub, who's going to get a big shutdown on the Crow.
All right, and Crumpy's just going to get some plates over here. You know, the Tristana E's going to do a lot of work here. And Ryer coming bot lane, so pivotal here, getting that shutdown and getting that 4th stack. Unfortunately, wasn't able to pick up the stack on Ectomorph, but this Rengar, and that's a serrated Dirk here.
Yeah, this is the common build that we've been seeing from both Rengar players and Kayn players, actually. They want to get that sustain that you can get from being in the middle of the team with the Gore Drinker. It's probably one of the better Mythic options. And just getting that and then going full lethality after that for the one-shot. So this is something we've been seeing a lot, and I'm really happy Ryer is pulling it out, because this is going to make POG think for the rest of the series of what they're going to be playing into.
Yeah, and one of the big things about playing against Rengar, right, is that if you're playing against a Fed Rengar, you are no longer playing League of Legends. You are now playing an advanced team-based horror game. I think they call it Dead by Daylight nowadays, but at this point, Rengar is just going to be hunting everyone on the map. That's 5 kills, like, jeez.
Yeah, he is in a huge spot, and that's why they are not going to even attempt to contest this Rift Herald. Their bot side is their power, so POG will be looking to try to make a play around there while avoiding this Rengar in the Rumble, especially now that the teleports aren't available. And with this Herald being dropped, let's see where they're going to use this and who they're going to put this gold onto. I would suggest they get it onto this Rumble, because he is going to be one of the bigger damage threats in the lane, and that's exactly what Ryer is looking to do.
And unfortunately, this is going to be like right as the plates drop. But Crit Addicts...
Oh, and here's the R. Rara's just going to go in. That's a bunch of damage onto Wonton. He's going to drop underneath the tower, and Rara is rooted. Is he going to take enough damage in the tower? And no, the tower is not going to pick him up. But he's going to need to be concerned. Gunsy is close, and he's been chased. It looks like Rara's still taking damage from the minions. And is he just going to drop to the minion wave? Gunsy has flash available. This an EQ flash vote, as now there's a fight in the bot lane. Crow is getting the damage up. The Infernal Trigger is going to pick up Crumpy. Crumpy has dropped. Lamar the Lizard is going to drop. That's more kills into this bot side. And let's see how this has occurred.
How did this start? So Fact Ectomorph is going to catch the Tristana rocket jump. Lamar does his best to try to save Crumpy here, but like there's just so little that he can do because Bobrovsky's already in the area. And like that, Crit Addict got taken down in the top lane, but played really well to try to do as much damage as he could in return. In the meantime, POG respawned by going for a 3-man play in the bot lane, which honestly didn't even need the 3rd man.
Yeah, that play was just really well executed from the side of POG's bot lane, and they have been playing immaculately. They have been the stars of the show so far, and with Rar having hit the big advantage on that top side, it's going to be a battle between who can carry harder, this jungle or this AD carry.
Yeah, the Serpent's Fang being picked up from Rengar is going to be really instrumental. Going to reduce the shield from the shield bow, and the Karma shields. Honestly, just really high value all around. And one of the things here, though, right, is that Samira does a lot of damage. But the later and later that the game goes, it's going to be a question as to how much damage she can really do. Because Galio's really good at shutting her down. Set still has a point-and-click ulti. And right now, it feels like all of POG's eggs are in the Samira-shaped basket. So Gunsy needs to start getting some more gold. And while Gunsy's been like stacking it up very well, it's a question as how much damage he's really going to be doing in fights. Because if they leave it all to the Samira, it's going to be kind of rough.
Yeah, absolutely. He is on a good clip, though. Gunsy being 50 CS above his enemy laner is really, really good for this point in the game. 15 minutes, keeping that CS per minute as high as he possibly can. And Crow will continue to build this lifesteal, so it's going to be very important to get that Executioners on somebody as soon as possible. Most likely this Rengar, who will be able to afford it fastest, as now they're going to be setting up. Crit Addict's just going to walk in the
my god.
But he is just dead instantly. Crumpy is going to pick that up. Look at that pink ward coverage. And now this is a position where they're either going to fight a 4v5 on this dragon or give up a 3rd stack when they were looking to have a dragon stack going on.
Yeah, and the fact that this mountain is so bad for Samira here, like we were saying.
Here we go. There's engage. Wonton has popped the ultimate. That's going to be Crow taking a bunch of damage. Wonton is going to be getting R'd out, but he is going to be picked up. Now look at the damage that's popping down. Silas has gotten a big R, but this is going to be a wipe from the side of Tub. They have picked up multiple people, and that's a double kill for Crumpy. And he had been behind, and now he's right there. Yeah, and Ectomorph has still not given this Rengar his final stack.
Ryer wants this stack, but Ectomorph just does not want to give it up at this point. But yeah, that's a 4 for 1. Tub are in a really good position here. If they can continue this dragon stacking, and continue starting these fights on their own accord, it's going to be really, really hard for them to do much damage into this mountain here. Because Samira just doesn't have like the tank shredding properties a standard AD carry would, and I'm not sure if Silas is really going to be able to do enough DPS here.
Yeah, Samira took a bunch of damage from that Rumble R, even though he's 0-4. At that point, Ryer just had a quick point-and-click auto attack to pick her up, and when Crow drops, there is nothing else that POG has available with the competencies that they selected. Gunsy did not have the damage to be able to power through all the damage that was coming out from Ryer and the side of this Tristana. So now that she's picking up those kills and she's closer to even footing to this Samira, now they're in a situation where both AD carriers are in parity in items, and you're trying to fight basically at a goal disadvantage in every lane.
Yeah, and one of the big things here is that with the Gore Drinker and everyone grouping up like that, there's so much value from the Gore Drinker, especially because the Gore Drinker active will apply the Serpent's Fang, which means like Karma's ults, Mantra Shields are all of a sudden going to be doing literally half. Like, Serpent's Fang is such a good item here, and I'm so glad that Ryer decided to pick it up.
Absolutely, and that's going to be the Rumble alt drop yet again for this wave push. Wonton has been using it pretty frequently for wave support and making sure that he's not in trouble and he can farm effectively. So, really, really well done on his part. And now that the Karma has picked up this Shirelia's Reverie, they're going to need to be concerned about this engage threat from having all that move speed and shields available. So it's going to be we're waiting to see what Tub is going to do with the advantages that they've managed to pick up.
Yeah, right now the onus in terms of engage on POG is going to come from Ectomorph, but like the big thing is that Tub's team composition is so much more well suited to running in because Ryer has 7 kills. He can run straight in with a Galio ulti and a Rumble ulti on his back, and what are they going to do to contest him? Because if they try to bring Ryer's health down, he just hits Gore Drinker, and all of a sudden, full health. And that's an Essence Reaver on the way. This Rengar is going to be doing way too much damage.
Absolutely, and now the Lady Ultra is walking up. Gunsy is going to be in trouble here. Rara's in the bush. Look at the damage that's just been taken from the side of Gunsy.
Oh my god.
He does not have any magic because it's picked up, so that is just a Lazy Ultra just winning the trade straight up. And Rara had ultimate available, so that could have even been more dangerous if he had managed to die there. But it looks like they are going for him anyway. He's going to get jumped on and get stunned up. Now that's a bunch of damage being taken away. The flash outs is going to come. Gunsy is going to drop to Crumpy. That is another kill picked up for this Tristana. And now Crit Addict is caught out.
Oh my god.
Crumpy is going to find him. He's flashed over the wall. He's taking a bunch of damage. He's by himself. And now that's a beautiful Blade Whirl that is going to prevent the knockback. But Crow is going to be in trouble. He is by himself. This is a Crow on 5 combination. He is not going to make it as he is dropped to Rar for his 8th kill of the game. And still, that fifth stack hasn't been alluded to by having Fat Ectomorph not be in the fight.
Yeah, and Crumpy, while going fairly low, is still alive, and the Baron is up. They have more than enough DPS to burn this down, especially with Ryer's 8th kill of the game. And I don't know if they're really going to be able to take
through
this.
here, so they are going to be looking to fight. Gunsy is here, and that is Bravroski on the side. He has no flash, so he has no way of getting into this pit other than just using Audacious Charge on someone who is there.
Alright, so that's 4 stacks on Ryer. They're looking to make something happen.
Ectomorph
going in.
Up. This is a big 4-man knockup. So the Stolen Galio ultimate going to get a big stun. Crumpy's going to drop on this backside. The Gunsy and Bravroski are putting in work. They've killed 3 people already, and this is a big team fight for the Tiger Pog. They found everybody. That's 4 people down. A quadra kill for the side of Gunsy. He's looking for the pentakill. Lamar is running. Is he going to make it? That is going to be a good blast cone, but Gunsy is still on the hunt. He is searching for this lizard, and he is trying to find it, but it looks like they're going to let him go out and just opt for this Baron.
I don't know. I was watching Ryer that fight, but Gunsy picking up 4 kills here. That TP was so crucial. So Lamar walks up, tries to zone off the enemy team, but Gunsy picks up the Galio ulti, and Tub has already taken so much damage from the Baron, and that shreds their magic resist. Ectomorph goes in with a phenomenal flash pull, and the Galio ulti on top of that means that Gunsy gets into the backline with so much CC that there's so little that Tub can do about this. Lamar gets away, regrettably. That was a great E from Gunsy there, but unfortunately, even after the flash, Lamar gets out because it was of the blast cone.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gunsy has picked up so much gold. He is now probably the biggest member in the game. You got to remember, he shut down a 9-1 Rengar. That is easily 1,000 gold he picked up just from that kill alone. So when he goes back to base, I expect a fully completed item just being in the inventory at that point. And he's already been more effective than the Lazy Ostrich on this Galio so far. So they have found their way back in. Now that the Baron is going to be taken, that's going to put this gold elite to even. And that is a really big swing for the side of POG.
Yeah, and as we were saying earlier, one of the big concerns in these fights was that Samir was eventually going to start falling off. So we're going to need the Silas to be outputting the DPS that Samira can't. So because of that, Gunsy now has access to so much more ability haste that the Silas heals and damage is just going to be coming out like literally nonstop, back to back to back.
Yeah, both teams are converging on this dragon. They're speeding in there to see if they're going to make it, but the dragon is just going to drop to Rar, and they are not going to get anything in reprisal. So really, really smart execution from the side of Tub, being able to pick up that dragon and put them into an even state with 2 mountain dragons taking over. That's going to make them very, very tanky in these next couple fights.
Yeah, the Baron is still up. Ectomorph still alive. No flash available just yet. So because of that, Tub just have to concede what they can. There's not too much wave clear, but Ryer just going right in.
Yeah, this is big. Rar is going to be taking a bunch of damage, but he's going to trade Bobrovsky. Now they're in this corridor where they're going to be fighting into a Samir who has full stacks. Lamar the Lizard is going to drop. Big Chrono Trigger, Inferno Trigger from the side of Crow as he's picked up a 1-for-2, and POG is happy of where they are, as that is another shutdown from on the Rengar. He had another shutdown stacked up, and a kill on Sid Lamar, and this Baron push. This is going to easily be an inhibitor dropping.
Yeah, there's 10 kills on this Rengar. The moment that he's off the field, it's essentially 6 to 17. There's so much that's poured into this Rengar that Ryer cannot just go for one-for-one trades. Ryer has to be more careful about those. And then the full damage, definitely pretty scary. But if you're gonna trade, you have to make sure that you're trading for someone who's worth as much as you, and there is no one in this game worth as much as Ryer right now.
Yeah, he is, and he, for some reason, actually, he's chosen to go for this Essence Reaver second. I believe he meant to do Navari Quick Blades if you want the cooldown reduction. I believe there is still some onto this Essence Reaver, but it is that mana scaling is something he's not going to be getting access to. But yeah, he is really, really big, and if he dies in a situation where there's nothing that can be followed up, his team is going to be at a huge gold disadvantage. They're already 3,000 gold behind. That's 10,000 gold easily off the map with the death of this Rengar. So that's going to be rare. He's going to need to play better, and if he looks to carry this game, he's already in a struggling position, and he still has not gotten his last stack onto Ecto.
Yeah, Ecto somehow or another has gone through this entire game deathless. Like, there hasn't been a single ace on the side of POG, because Ecto just looks at the team fight, decides, alright, if I contribute, literally nothing will change, I'm a peace out.
Yeah, he has not opted to go for anything that is not going to be in his benefit completely, and now they're going to zone off this Rumble. This is going to be another free tower. A lot of standing gold was left on the map due to how these lanes shaped up, so another tower dropping. Wonton's going to be waiting into this bush. They have not checked yet, so they need to be concerned about that Rumble R coming in with a really heated up Rumble. But it looks like they're going to just be backing off into this jungle where they do have vision coverage.
Right, and Wonton still hasn't shown, so they probably don't know that Wonton's here. Oh, okay, all right. They're just going to try to do the Fnatic brush, but Smart Ward spots it out.
And Bobrovsky is going to do some ward clearing, so there is no vision in this red side jungle for the side of TUB. They're going to be in some trouble in that regard, as now Karma is going to get another wave pushed in, and this mid lane is also going to be shoved. So now it looks like POG is going to be basing and trying to get these waves picked up, but at the moment...
there's no way Crit makes it out here.
Oh, no, it looks like he's just dead. He is caught out
God.
by this Rengar, and he's going to be destroyed. Even throughout that shield, did nothing with that Serpent's Fang, and that is another kill picked up on the side of this Rengar.
And like I said earlier, if Rengar is ahead, you are no longer playing a game of League of Legends. You are playing a team-based competitive horror game. And if you decide to take the time to be by yourself and back on your own, you're going to get punished.
Yeah, Crit Addict has been struggling to find his way into this game. Both top laners in that regard have not really had a massive impact. But that is going to be the Hextech Purifier being taken up. So that is this massive healing reduction being picked up just from the side of having Karma, and who can easily build those support items. So the team fight is still good for the side of POG. They just need to worry about these picks, because Rar can kill anyone he wants to in a 1v1.
And Ryer, has more than enough damage. Honestly, I don't know if the 5th stack really would mean anything at this point. But, Ectomorph's just going to continue to stay tanky, going to look to frontline for his team, and the Flash is up on the Alistar. They could definitely make something happen.
Yeah, they are looking to set up for this fight. It looks like POG is here first, so they are going to have this inside track, but it looks like, at the moment, Tub is just going to go straight into this mid lane, trying to avoid taking a fight that they do not want. Gunsy has snatched up the Rumble ultimate, and the Rengar ultimate has been used already, so if they walk this out, and it is going to be wasted, it seems, as Rara is not going to find the target, and now that is the Mantra EE being selected by Crit Addict, who is going to get the zone away from the side of POG. This is going to be a big fight, as now the Rumble ult has landed, and a big trade onto the side of Wonton, who's going to take a bunch of damage.
Yeah, and the Rumble ult does so much to Wonton, and while the Rumble ult back does hit all 5 members, it's just not going to do as much damage in return, because Wonton's so much further behind Gunsy right here.
Yeah, he's gonna
Oh
be
my God.
he's gonna be teleporting back in. Bobrovsky is gonna pick up the dragon. The big R from the side of Galio is gonna be there, but he's gonna be getting zoned out. Lamar the Lizard has gotten a big W. Crow is on the back line with the Infernal Trigger. He's gonna be picking up a bunch of damage. That is another shutdown. All these kills are coming
my
over,
God.
but Crow did not have enough, and Rar found it. As that's gonna be an ace from the side of Tub.
And just like that, Fact Ectomorph dies at the beginning of the fight. Ryer gets his 5th sack of the game, and everyone dies.
Yeah,
I don't know what
for
I
him.
was talking about when I said that it probably wouldn't matter, but apparently 9% more AD on top of everything he's already got was the absolutely decider, because Ryder came out of that basically full health.
Yeah, he was massive as soon as he got ulted out. He walked back into the fight. There was nothing really there to kill him. He has so much HP and healing with this Gore Drinker, and he's such a big threat that POG needs to find him and kill him early on in this fight, because if he lives too long, he can one-shot anyone. And now we see that the Magi Soul Stealer has been picked up for the side of Gunsy and a needlessly large ride. So there's a lot of AP sitting on this Silas, and he is going to need to have a big threat to be able to prevent this Rengar from just solo carrying the game.
Yeah, one of the big things here is that, honestly, I feel like POG at this point, they can't really ignore the Tristana outright, but they have to kill the Rengar. If you do not spend time on your damage dealers focusing on the Rengar, you are instantly going to lose this fight. Because, you know, Briar's so strong here. Picking up that Mountain Soul was incredibly crucial, though. If you don't pick it up there, then Triple Mountain alone is already so hard to deal with, and the threat of a 4 Drake Mountain Soul would have been so terrifying.
Yeah, it would have been basically impossible to kill anyone. So much sustain being picked up from the side of Crow. But if you look at the items, he is behind. That is a 3 out of Tristana to a 2.5 item Crow. So he's not at a position where he's stronger anymore. And in a neutral game, you're hoping that this big, almost 100 CS lead from Gunsy is going to mean anything, as he's going to need to be a massive damage source.
And Bobrovsky, you know, the Divine Sunderer pickup. So he's not necessarily tanky, but a decent amount of girth on there. So not too much that Bobrovsky is going to be able to do, but at the same time, it's going to take a decent amount of commitment for Ryder to actually kill him.
Yeah, he wants that healing, and it looks like he's going for more of it. As now, I'm expecting the next item to be a Black Cleaver, get some extra shred for this Samira, who, if she's getting crits with low target armor, she'll be healing a massive amount of damage, and that could prevent her from being one-shot by Rar. And at this point, that's going to need to be what needs to be done, is now with this Baron picked up, the gold lead has shifted completely back in Tup's favor.
Now, while a Black Cleaver would be really good, unfortunately, Phage isn't building into Cleaver anymore, so that's probably going to be a Sterix gauge at this point. So it's just going to be more survivability from Bobrovsky, but I'm honestly not too sure if living longer is going to be the key to shutting down the Rengar. Because, like, at this point, I feel like you should just try to make it so that way your carries can kill the Rengar as quickly as possible, rather than you yourself live long enough. And Tub are just going to take down this tower, and I think the inhib is going to be mostly uncontested.
Yeah, this is not a fight that can be taken, but with Gunsy having taken that ultimate, this is going to be big. That is going to be the Mantra E zoning off Crumpy, forcing him to jump out, and now this is not going to be an inhib dropping. Really smart play to prevent any extra damage falling. Rengar is not very good fighting into these base towers, and with that situation, they managed to get a big win by preventing that inhib from dropping.
Yeah, they got the Rengar ulti out. And, you know, they're the ones who have the Cloud Drag. So Rengar ulti, unfortunately, is still going to be relatively low cooldown because, you know, the Gore Drinker cooldown reduction, Ectomorph?
Oh, Ectomorph has found
here.
Rar. He's in trouble. He's going to get stunned up by this thing. Now he's going to be walking up. He's rooted. He's taking a bunch of damage. That is a dead Rengar. 30 seconds before Dragon. He's not going to make it. A big shutdown found by Fat Ectomorph being able to just perform onto this Alistar. He is 1-1 15. If there's any game where a support difference may have been the case, this is it.
Yeah, Ectomorph is playing out of his mind here. And the E from Crit Addict in order to catch up to Ryer, really well done. Great presence of mind to go for Ryer there. And I'm fairly certain the bush itself was unworded, so it was just very good prediction.
Absolutely, and now with that shutdown being picked over, not only is that more gold, but that's just an mountain soul being taken away. And a mountain soul in this composition is disgusting. Now Rar has to fight between a mountain soul, bunch of resistances, heals and shields from Mantra. Like, how do you kill anyone in this situation? But I mean, I'm sure if anyone can do it, this Rengar may find a way.
Yeah. One of the big things here is that Bob Rossi. What I was saying earlier, that living longer might not be the solution. Because of it being Mountain Soul, all of that health being picked up from the Sterix gauge is all of a sudden infinitely higher value.
Yeah, absolutely. HP scales with armor and magic resist, and being able to get both in this one kick plus the shield that they just get for free. As now that is going to be them trying to contest that's the bush, and Fat Ecto is just going to walk out. Look at that shield, man. He has at least a 700 HP shield just sitting on him.
Yeah, and Crow, especially with the Bloodthirster shield on top of it, is so tanky here. Alright, Wonton? Wonton not quite gonna be getting caught out here.
Yeah, he's by himself, but he does have Hourglass available, so he could just Hourglass and have that ultimate from the side of Guns, from the Lazy Ostra's hit, and maybe get a good team fight in that direction. But they are going to be running away. Baron's spawning. This could easily be the fight that swings the game. 30 seconds on the biggest objective of the match so far. As I imagine whoever gets this will either ace and win the game, or get a bunch of tower gold and make it very hard for any other team to come back.
Mm-hmm. At this point in the game, POG, they've hit their item breakpoints. That is the Redemption. That is the Chemtech Putrefier. On the Karma, there's the extra Sterix stage that we were talking about earlier on Bob Rossi. That's a full item Silas on Gunsy. And the Infinity Edge for Crow, which Crow did not have in any of the previous fights. So it's going to be... This is a do or die moment. If POG can't win here...
Oh, here we go.
Win. Oh my god.
Jumped into crit attic, a bunch of damage being taken up, but Ecto has his ultimate. That's a lot of damage being taken. Now Lamar the Lizard is in the backline. He is going to get melted. He's taking a bunch of damage. He's dropped. Now look at the fight. Look at all the damage. Crow is in the backline. He's killing everyone. That's a triple kill. Is he going to get the quadra kill? He's going to pick it up. That's going to be a quadra kill, and that's going to be a pentakill from Crow, as he's gotten everybody.
No, Gunsy taking away the pentakill, unfortunately, but gonna TP right into the middle, and I think they might be able to end the game out here.
Yeah, the game is it was definitely over, but look at how this fight transpired.
Oh my god.
Lamar uses his damage on the crit, and crit does not die, so now those shields are not gone, and Lamar the Lizard just gets melted as he's jumped into his backline with nothing available. And then look at Crow having the ultimate available. He's killing everyone. There's nothing anyone can do. All those shields and heals are making it impossible to burst them, and that is just a disgusting amount of damage that came out from the Samira.
Samira finishes Infinity Edge and all of a sudden just decides that everyone is going to die. Like, literally everyone.
Yeah, and it looks like Rar did not have enough. He did not have all the carriness that he needed to bring this game in. And POG is going to take the first match of the day in just a moment, as they will kill the base and get the first win of the Mythic quarterfinals.
Yeah, and incredibly well played from POG here. Like, they're the ones who have the odds stacked against them, and they're showing us that they absolutely can take this.
And what can you say? Pog's carries just performed better. Look at how the ending set up. You have 10 and 4 on the Crow. You have 11 and 5 onto Gunsy. These guys found damages. They outlaned their opponents. A huge CS advantage in the side of Gunsy's pocket. And look at those items. He had multiple stacks, and that hat sitting in his inventory was enough to just make him be a big threat. And this is a game where the carries from the side of Team Tub are just going to need to play better in this next matchup.
Yeah, and while Tubbs carries did get outplayed, honestly, Fat Ectomorph played that game so well. Literally died twice, despite so many times where Rengar was incredibly fed directly in front of him, or the team had so many times where things weren't going well for them, and also had some really strong engages, like the flash 4-man pulve into Galio ulti from Fat Ectomorph was so strong. Honestly, hats off to Ectomorph.
Yep, the cow found a way, and Ecto found a way to be the carry for his team. If anyone gets an MVP for this matchup, I'd give it to him. And that is all for us for the first game. Now, please don't touch that browser, because game 2 is coming up in just a moment.